At least 4 people are dead after a strong earthquake and its aftershocks struck off the east coast of Taiwan. You can see here the quake knocked this hotel off its foundation. Now to the latest from Washington. President Trump is asking for a military parade, and the Pentagon is reviewing potential dates. That's according to a Pentagon spokesman who described the planning process as being in its infancy. Myers will spend 10 days in Spain, staying and training at the FC Barcelona facilities. He says he couldn't be more excited for this trip of a lifetime. Pieces of Altus Public School history will be up for auction this weekend, which is actually Alumni Weekend. It's all to raise money for teacher and classroom grants in the district. The homeowners believe they ran through this alley behind their house, broke through this fence post, and went in through their backsliding door. The call came out just after 4 this morning, and as you can see behind me, there's still just a little bit of smoke coming from the back side of the home. This mural will catch people's attention, so they'll stop and adopt one of these furry friends. Pulling over to the side of the road, turning on your lights and flashers, and wearing a reflective vest is what tow truck drivers do to avoid getting hit when they're trying to get a broken down vehicle off a busy street. But even after all that, some drivers are still careless.
As I was hooking up, all I did was bring the hook up to the frame and I hooked it. And next thing I knew, the car was right there. So I jumped up. I tried to turn away. I got my face away, but I got my ribs.
Janie Rybold, the owner and operator of Southern Towing and Recovery, was out on a regular quick tow call last Saturday afternoon when a car hit her and sped off. Now every time she steps out of the tow truck to do her job, she fears the worst might happen.
You get very afraid out there because you never know when we're going to make it home. Our job isn't easy. We want to go out and make sure we're coming home.
Trooper Dallas Anderson says moving over for emergency vehicles, including a tow truck, is not just a courtesy, it's an Oklahoma law.
You are to slow down, yield to that vehicle, and if safe to do so, move to the adjacent lane when passing. And we see it every day out here, and I think a lot of it is people just aren't paying attention. Whether it's their cell phone or they're distracted by something else inside that vehicle.
Rybold says they put triangles or cones out if they're doing a tow that will take longer than the average 5 to 10 minutes. She hopes others will remember her story the next time they think about speeding past emergency vehicles or tow trucks on the side of the road.
You need to move over. It is a law for us out here. We want to go home just like everybody else. We get hit, that means cops are back out, EMS, fire. We all work together. We just want to go home safe at night.
He went back and watched his security camera footage from Friday to Saturday morning, posted it to Facebook, and realized he wasn't the only one hit by the thieves. One night, one neighborhood, 3 different vehicles, all caught on camera. What looks like a group of teenagers checking people's car doors and digging through the ones that were unlocked.
It really irritates you because you feel like you're violated. You're in your home, your personal space. You consider your vehicles an extension of that. And when someone goes through those things without your permission or knowledge, it's a little upsetting. It's disheartening.
Thankfully, nothing too valuable was stolen from Rainey's truck, but other homeowners weren't so lucky. The thieves got away with over $200 and a pistol from a car outside this home on Bent Tree. In Rainey's 5 years of living in the area, this isn't the first time this has happened to him. He's learned not to leave valuables in his truck and to lock it.
They steal change, maybe a pocket knife. That's about the worst thing I've had stolen.
Rainey believes the teens were just looking for some early Christmas presents and throwing out what they didn't want. A neighbor up the road called him today and found a few of his belongings the suspect stole, along with his business cards. They were scattered all on the ground in front of their house. Rainey has this message for the thieves and warns his neighbors to be on the lookout.
You might want to change your practice. You have a grave risk of being hurt. And for everybody else, lock your vehicles.
And if you recognize any of the suspects in any of the surveillance videos, please contact Duncan Police at the number on your screen. And for a second look at the surveillance videos, I posted those to my 7 News Facebook page. It's a shot most kids only dream of, the chance to play in front of professional soccer coaches at just 10 years old. Troy Myers couldn't believe he was one of the few selected across the country.
I was really excited.
This offensive midfielder says playing the sport alongside his teammates on ECL United is why he loves it.
I love mostly just hanging out with the friends playing soccer.
Myers is homeschooled, so when he's not doing his schoolwork, he's in his backyard training and getting as much practice as he can.
Super hard. I have to train every single day for at least 3 hours a day. Last week we went to Cameron and just ran hills the entire time.
Annie says this opportunity to play overseas has only made him want to work harder to make sure he reaches his goals.
I want to play on Bayern Munich.
In Cache, Kelly Roliard, 7 News.